Hi and welcome to the 7 P's of Presenting. My name is Kay Ross. Now, for those of you who've been following me over the last couple of years, you'll remember that I used to do a session on the 6 P's of Presenting. And what I've decided is there's another P. So I'm redoing the whole thing and coming up with a brand new workshop and some talks on the 7 P's of Presenting. So this video today is an introduction to those 7 P's. So as I said, my name is Kay Ross and from krossbiz.com. So if you've got any comments or questions, please put them in the box below. And if you like the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to visit my website, then krossbiz.com, and we've got lots of information there about what I've been doing and what I'm up to. So the 7 P's of presenting means that I've got 7 steps, each starting with a P. Now the first one is prepare. So for this particular video, I'm going to concentrate on talking about the preparation and getting ready to be a presenter and getting it all together. I will mention the other 6, but I wanted to spend a little bit of extra time on number 1, prepare. Now for me, the preparation for doing a presentation starts the minute I know that I'm going to be presenting. Now obviously if I know that it's going to be in 12 months time, I'm not going to put a lot of effort into it right now, but I will open a folder and a document on my computer with the name of whatever the session is, and I'll put down, for example, I might put down, June 2019, and that I'm speaking at a conference on presenting without tears. And I'll just put that there, and then what will happen is over the next 12 months, it happens to be June at the moment, I might think of some ideas, I might see some information that would be useful for that session. I might have some feedback from other sessions that I want to put in there, and I'll start putting that into the folder now. Probably about 2 or 3 months before the conference, I'll sit down and I'll start mapping out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. Now in that, that mapping out, what that is doing is getting me in the mindset for getting ready for this presentation. Now the Girl Scouts has a motto, be prepared. I don't think you can be too prepared. You cannot prepare too much. So my preparation will include research on the topic. It will include research on the conference or the workshop or whatever it is that I'll be doing. I'll do some research on what people are expecting, what else is happening. If it's at a conference, I'll also have a look at all the other presentations that are happening, and that'll give me an idea of how to pitch and where to pitch mine, and it'll also make sure that I don't double up. So it might be that somebody else is also doing a session on preparation or on presentations or something along the same lines, and I'll look at what they're doing and I'll make sure that mine is different so that people don't have to sit through the same session twice. So in terms of the 7 P's of presenting, the first one is prepare. You cannot prepare too much. You cannot prepare too early. Start putting things together as soon as you know that you're going to be doing the presentation, and you're going to be in much better shape to do it. The other thing that happens with me during this preparation stage, it's almost like my subconscious is also getting ready because I started putting that stuff together in the folder. So it's amazing how many times I'll think of something out of the blue and I think, oh, I could put that in my presentation, and I'll write a note. If I've got my phone with me, I'll write a note and send it to me so it can go in the folder, or I'll do it on the computer or my tablet if I've got them with me. And what will happen is the more that I do that, the more the ideas are flowing, because there's nothing worse than getting up to present something and I present exactly the same thing that I've presented in another venue at another time. I like to be different. So even though some of my topics might be similar over a couple of workshops, conferences, YouTubes, etc., I really make sure as much as possible that each one is different, has got different information in, and is also up to date. Now, part of the preparation is also keeping an eye open and my ears open for information that comes up that could be pertinent to my topic. So, for example, let's say I was doing a presentation on presentation skills, and somebody comes out with this new research that shows that if you can keep people awake for 10 minutes, then they're more likely to stay awake for the rest of the presentation, or, whatever. I will think, great, I could use that snippet of information in my presentation. When I used to work as a nurse, and I taught nurses, whether in the university system or the college system, quite often my topics, I'd be looking for those. So I did teach a session on philosophy, and that was all about thinking and critical thinking and all those. And it was amazing how much in a couple of weeks before I did the session that there was information coming up in the media about thinking and neuroscience and neuroelasticity and all those things that I actually didn't know because it wasn't available when I started putting my session together. So by keeping my ears and eyes open, by being in tune, and I was in tune because I was preparing and I was making notes and I was thinking about it way ahead of time, I was able to pick up those snippets as well and put them into my presentation. So my first P of presenting is prepare, and that is the one that's going to get you set up and ready for all the other information and the steps that you need to go through. So just to let you know what the other steps are, number 2 is to plan. Number 3 is to think about the participants that are going to be in your audience. Number 4 is to practice, and I will say practice and then practice again. Number 5 is to do the presentation. Number 6 is to ponder, and what I'm talking about there is to evaluate, ask for feedback, look at the feedback, and also use your own feedback. I always make notes after a session and take note of how I thought it went, what type of questions people asked me, whether there's anything I would take out or add. So that pondering is actually a very important part for me of the presentation. And the last one, number 7, is play. That means to have fun. So as much as possible, have fun and enjoy your presentation. And I have found time and time again, the more that I've planned, prepared, practiced, and gone through the other steps, thinking about the participants, doing the presentation, pondering it afterwards, the more likely you are to be able to relax, have fun, and to actually play during the presentation. So I hope you found that useful. As I said, I really focused on the first one, the planning. We do have 6 other steps, and so stay tuned for more information coming out. So as I said, my name's Kay Ross. Please, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. And there's my website there, kayrossbiz.com. If you wanted to send me an email, it's kay@kayrossbiz.com, and I'd love to hear from you. So until next time, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.